What's poppin', peeps? T-Money here with you on this gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Here to do a video a little different from my usual. Not going to do any horror update today or anything like that. I'm here to present to you guys, or just to talk to you guys about, and I'm by no means a veteran in the YouTube community. I really don't give a shit. I've been doing this for a little while because I enjoy movie collecting, and yeah, you guys know all that, but I wanted to share with you 5 people, 5 YouTubers that I really enjoy, that I watch day in and day out. I watch on a regular basis at work because I'm able to basically have headphones in for most of my job that I do producing sauce. So throughout the days, during the weeks, I'm always listening to these 5 YouTubers. A bunch of others, TUBERS 86, You and Your Horror Movies. There's a ton of them. I'm not going to get into that. They're all great guys, great YouTubers, but I find myself always coming back to these 5 people. Just, I don't even know how to describe it. Let's just get right into it, and I'll talk about each one for a little bit, and hopefully give you guys some ideas of some other YouTubers. Most of you have probably heard of these guys because they're pretty big in the horror community. Oh, and keep in mind, these are my 5 favorite primarily horror collector YouTubers, although there's exploitation and action thrown in the mix here and there, some more than others, but primarily horror is what I'm about. So that's what these YouTubers, there's plenty of other, you know, bloggers and cool people out there, but this is strictly 5 primary horror YouTube channels that I'm mentioning today that I really love and listen to on a daily basis. So first up we have, and this is in no particular order, they're all great, so Mood 616, probably one of the first. So a few years ago, like 2011, 2012, more than a few years ago, I was doing classified ads at a daily newspaper, and that's when I started really getting into YouTube in general. And like Dead Pit Radio was a big kind of like a review site, just 2 guys that talked, Uncle Bill and Creepy Kentucky, and just 2 dudes that talked about, they were horror show podcasts. Well, before podcast was really a term, they were horror show hosts, and you know, so there's one person, they're no longer really making videos constantly, but there is one person in this mix from my YouTube inception that goes back to the Dead Pit days, I guess I mentioned. But on Mood 616, sorry, I got a little sidetracked, that'll happen. I've been listening to Mood since basically my resurgence of getting back into the YouTube game. The best, because there aren't too many people that love horror and hip-hop as much as I do, and I would go so far as to say that Mood's knowledge surpasses my own by far on both levels, and that's cool. That's why I love him so much. So many ideas about both, and like the fact that it's a cross between horror and hip-hop is dope. You know, there's a lot of primary horror YouTube channels, primary hip-hop channels, but the fact that he likes both really is something that I'm both very passionate about as well. So, awesome. I just wrote down a few things. You know, the best when it comes to horror and hip-hop knowledge, best intros. Moods' intros are, infamous intros are awesome, where he compiles a bunch of cool snippets from different movies, gore shots and stuff like that, and turns them into this rad intro. So I said he has the best intros, the best shelf by shelves. A while back he did a DVD series, and then I think he went into his Blu-rays, but it was like 15 or 16 shelves of just like alphabetized horror, and it just kept me going for probably almost a month. I would watch those videos over and over again to get ideas. Again, this is you know, a combination of my love of the channel for entertainment purposes and fun, and also the knowledge that I gained from watching these guys on YouTube is equally as important, if not more important. So yeah, the best shelf-by-shelf videos. He's on to a new series now. Not sure if you've done one in a couple weeks, but I know you've been busy, man. So, but yeah, just great stuff. Great podcast. You get 22 shots of Moods and Horror frequently from him and JP now. The Facebook page. I mean, this is really valuable. He's been a really valuable YouTuber to me because, as far as the horror community goes, as far as inspiring me to make my own, you know, do my own thing, show my own collection, and check out the Facebook group 22 Shots. It's a community that I've become a part of and made a lot of cool friends, and it's just an important part of my life, I have to say. And let's see, his blind buy segments are amazing. Occasionally he'll do like best of the blind buys, and he'll do like 7 or 5 blind buys per video that he highly recommends in order, or maybe not in order. Obscure movie reviews, and his honesty, Moods is like super honest, so he's not a sucker like some of those dudes out there that I won't name that get free shit all the time. Not gonna make any names, ha, psyched out. But no, this Moods is straight up. He'll tell you if he likes shit, if he dislikes it. And I'm not dick sucking. I'm just saying I enjoy him for his honesty. And you know, when it comes to getting something free in the mail to review, he'll tell you whether or not he likes it. So that's important in a reviewer. You don't want somebody who's just saying, oh yes, this movie's great. Oh yes, this movie's great. Oh great, 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 because they're getting them for free essentially. That's some bullshit, man. That's phony. Moods ain't phony. So next up, I have Extro the Mutilator, a relatively newer YouTuber to me. Mr. Parka, who's also on this list, kind of mentioned him, did a shout out, big shout out to him in one of his videos, and I have been watching ever since. He's like very unique in that he's almost like not scientific, but scholarly in his approach to discussing and reviewing horror and exploitation and other stuff along those lines. I mean, I watch him every day now. I can't get a new review, look forward to a new review, get one soon enough from him. Literally, I think he's got one now from August 8th that's up. And he just, you know, he's introduced me to a lot of kung fu, action exploitation from the Kino line. I said he's the best, among the best horror updates, reviews you can always count on. I said I love his playful and meticulous style. He's fun. He makes jokes. You know, I was thinking of one in the beginning where it's like, psst, update. Anybody want an update? Update. Like, it was great. Just fun. He makes me laugh. I like Extro. And, but he's also very meticulous when it comes to, or not, just, he has a great way of, like, reviewing something, and he's just good with his words, we'll put it that way. Better than I am, clearly. And just, you know, I've got a lot. I said, he's been great for helping me to expand my horror, outside my horror collection genre with films like Trouble Man from Kino Lorber, The Warriors, which he spoke really highly of in a review recently. My dad was like, I don't know, man, the coolest movie ever made? It was pretty funny. But, yeah, so I bought that, watched it, loved it, it was great. And then also horror, Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell. I got that from him. I Am a Hero, a recent one. I picked that up, paid a lot for it, but it was good, very good. And then in his most recent, the August 8th update that he did, he was talking about Hiroshi Shimizu, who is a Japanese director, and there was a film I wrote down, Mr. Thank, because I actually take notes when I can, when these guys are talking just for film ideas and stuff. And so Mr. Thank You is a movie. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the Criterion set yet, but just jot it down, just ideas. Plenty of ideas outside of the direct horror genre as well, and forgive me if Shimizu is a horror director, I'm not sure. But I said, yeah, just detailed releases of reviews, and he does like very good like releases of like a Blu-ray review rather. So if Arrow has a new edition, he's interested in that, he'll pick that up, he'll do a review on that. He'll do but his updates are great because you get updates, what's new in his life, what he's ordered, but then he also talks about the editions as well. So not sure if that's where I was going with that, but yeah. So Extra. Third up, we have Toddy Walnuts. Been watching Todd again, kind of like around the Moods timeline in the beginning of my resurgence to YouTube. I watch Todd to be purely entertained. I fucking love it. The guy has among the best horror collection on YouTube. Clearly, he's a good friend of mine, probably the closest among people on this list, to be honest, even. I know Todd. I've done some trades with him. And he has, I just said he has the best collection, updates. He puts a lot of time and work into it. Frequency is a huge thing with him. He frequently is uploading videos, be it he's moving, so he's got, you know, as he's going through his stuff, unpacking, he's going through all of his boxes of things, from genre to, what do you call it, company, all that, hard boxes, media books. He just has like he has a huge collection, a wealth of horror knowledge, and great updates. I said love seeing and hearing him talk about what he's always adding to his collection. Comparison videos he did way back. He would combine a Scream Factory. Say if Arrow and Scream Factory released the same film, Mr. Walnuts would do a review of each and kind of hold them next to each other and say the pluses of both, and then at the end which one he prefers. That was awesome. Haven't done that lately, man. I know you're busy as well with your move and whatnot, but yeah, that's a suggestion. I enjoyed those videos. And yeah, so now we'll go on to, well, and also, like I said, Todd and I are friends, so we talk to each other outside of YouTube, which is awesome, and it's just been great to, and there's no biases here. I actually do watch his videos every day, check 4 new videos from him every day, and I'm totally into watching his updates, man. And I do get a lot of ideas from Todd as well, of new films to buy, for sure, all these guys. So number 4, I have Mr. Parka, another relatively newer. I knew of Mr. Parka. I know he's been pretty big in the scene for a minute now, but I just didn't really ever watch his videos, to be honest. And so I started watching them, and totally, probably like a year ago now, and totally get it. I love it. I love his stuff. He is clearly dedicated. He's a filmmaker as it is, so what I really like about him is when he's reviewing a film, he'll throw in little, like, personal, you know, say, well, I know about this because I experienced it. Whatever. It's just nice to have somebody on this list that is actually a filmmaker and an actor, so who has experience. You can gain that kind of knowledge firsthand just from watching them, which is awesome and kind of unique among these guys, for sure, just because he's kind of like in the business. But I said Mr. Parka, my favorite thing now, it actually is my favorite thing, man, if you're ever watching this. The weekly reviews and update episodes you do each week, where you have a contest, you go over all your new releases, you discuss them, you review them. Fucking great. It's like all of the good stuff that you brought to the table rolled into one nice, and I prefer personally longer videos, so because I have periods, like 45-minute periods at work, for example, where I can be listening, tuning into something and not want to tune out. So it's like if I'm in the kitchen, sauce is rolling down the production line, I can't be reaching in my pocket and touching my phone, you know what I mean? It's something I have to do before I enter the kitchen. So to be able to just click play and veg out on an awesome video, like something from Mr. Parka for 25 minutes even, is great, you know? Because there aren't too many 40-minute videos, let's be real. That would probably be too long. But yeah, just the length of his videos, because you're getting so much, you're basically getting everything in one, which I prefer. So I love that. Love the weekly reviews. I said he has great ideas, great reviews. And his smaller reviews are like 5 to 10 minutes, which is a perfect length for a film. I don't want to hear somebody go on for 20 minutes about one film. So when he's reviewing individual films, which he does, normally he does a mixture of older stuff and newer stuff. But 5 to 10 minutes per review is, I think, plenty. It's a perfect amount of time. For example, a couple films that I bought based on his reviews were Creature Below. Shit, I didn't write down any more. There are a bunch. What's Plank Face? I could go on, but let's see. Yeah, so I mean, let's see. And also, I didn't mention like his connection or his friendship with Dustin Mills as part of the whole experience thing. And it's cool to sit down. Sometimes he's featured guests in his new weekly reviews, and he had Dustin Mills and Brandon Sykill, or however you pronounce it. Forgive me. But yeah, just great stuff, man. I love Mr. Parka, and I need to get in on one of his contests because I'm always listening. So it's like, why don't I? I just haven't gotten around to it yet. It's mostly because I'm at work when I'm listening. Can't really, enter a contest at that time. But all right, and so the fifth one, last but not least, is Pizzal. So when I mentioned in the beginning that I was into Dead Pit, huge fan of Dead Pit, I kind of met Pizzal through watching Dead Pit. And this is back 2010-11, and then I kind of took like a long couple-year break in between. That's why I say the resurgence, some of the guys I'm watching after. But this is from the way beginning of my YouTube history, I guess. I had never had a channel or anything. I would just always watch Dead Pit and Pizzal. And Pizzal, I think, has the best man cave I wrote. Just an awesome setup where he comfortably discusses films and reviews them. I said he's an excellent reviewer. Just Before Dawn, live video game streamings he does, He does limited edition reviews, such as from companies like Arrow, Underground, Severin, all the big guys in the business. I don't know if he's getting promos or if he's buying the releases, doesn't matter. He sits down and dissects them, and he does an excellent job. Kind of like Extra the Mutilator, in the sense that it's fun, but it's very, it's a learning experience, basically. Like, I actually look forward to watching him discuss a film because I know I'm going to learn a bunch of stuff from it. So, he does File 13 videos, Craptastic movies, where he reviews Craptastic movies, which is always fun. I've gotten a few good ideas from those. Mail Day videos, which I think maybe a resurgence thing or a more recent thing, I'm not sure. But, and he does, in the File 13, he reviews obscure and underrated slasher movies. And he has a great wealth of those films and knowledge of those films. So, it's always nice to hear Pizzelle talk about a slasher film. And it was crazy to hear that he had never heard of, what is it? Blood Brothers, or let's see, The Mutilator and Blood Rage. I'm sorry, Blood Rage, yeah, Thanksgiving themed horror flick. I'm surprised he had never heard of that. The slasher maestro himself. He also does cool t-shirt unboxings where he talks about various companies and, you know, kind of shouts them out in the sense that this is cool. I'm wearing it, you buy it too, type deal. And yes, you do. I've gotten some good ideas from that as well. But mostly what I like about Pizzelle is the way that he describes a film and reviews a film. I think that's the most beneficial thing that I look forward to the most, rather, from watching his videos is his reviews. He did a recent one of Boy Omega, Beyond the Darkness, which was great. And so yeah, so those are my 5 YouTube faves. I don't want to say faves. I love a lot of YouTubers, but those are 5 guys that I'm always listening to. You know, check daily for new stuff from, and get excited, like genuinely excited when I see they posted either a new horror update or whatever. I just like their shit. So yeah, quick recap: Mood 616, Extra the Mutilator, Toddy Walnuts, Mr. Parka, and Pizzelle. Bless you guys. You do a great job. Keep doing what you do. And I'll catch y'all on the flip. Just thought this was kind of a unique idea for a video. Haven't done anything like this before other than the usual unboxings and look what I got type shit. So, hope you enjoy, and I will catch you on the flip. Have a nice weekend, guys. Enjoy the weather. Peace.